So when you've created your test cases, you can start setting the state so that your testers know when a test case is ready to be executed. But there's a number of other states that can also be set inside in Test Manager. So I mean, if we click on the test plan here, and we can go to properties, we can see that at the moment this test plan is marked as inactive. So first thing I want to do is I'm going to want to mark this as active, so I know that this is the test plan that I want the testers working off. Just click save and close here. You can also do this inside in the Organize tab. If we go to the test plan manager, you can see the different test plans I have associated to this team project, and I've just made this one, iteration 3, active. So I'll just go in here to iteration 4 and I'll mark this as inactive. So now when my testers come in, they know that they need to be working from test plan iteration 3. If I go back over to the plan tab, I've got my different suites, and I can also set the state for these. So if I right click again, open test suite, I can see that this one is set to in progress. I can also set it to in planning if it's not ready, for the tests aren't ready to be executed yet, or I could put it as completed when it is finished and when the testing is complete. So for the moment I'm just going to leave this as in progress, and we can see that the state of the suite is listed up here. So that's my test plan and my test suite, the states for them, and now we're going to look at the state of the actual tests. So if I come into my test suite here, I can click on the open button, or I can right click and open, and I can see the state here is design. So if I right click and click on ready and then click save and close, that test case is now ready to be executed. Again, we can control the states of our test cases by going to the Organize page and coming to the test case manager. It'll list all the test cases associated with this test plan, and we can quickly see in here which ones are ready, which ones are in design, and if there was any closed, we'd see the closed tests in here as well. There's 2 that are closed there, so you can easily update the states of the different tests in here as well, and you kind of get an all-encompassing view of all your test cases. So once your tests are in a ready state, we can go into the test page and into the Run Tests tab. In here we can see here's my test case, and it's got 2 testing points because it needs to be run against 2 different configurations. So the test will be run once against Windows 8.1 and Google Chrome, and it'll be run another time against Windows 8.1 and Internet Explorer 11.0. So now that I'm ready to test, there's a couple of things that I can see. I can see that my local machine here, laptop 4, is the machine that's been selected for testing. I can change that. At the moment this is on a local test run test setting, so local machine is the only real option. You can also select root device for Windows phones. Up here we can see what build you're running for this test or team project. I have no builds assigned, so there's no build available up here. But now if we come back into the test suite, I can click on my test case and I can select to run. I can just select run, and that will run the test case against the configuration and the test settings that are set as default in the run settings, or I can right click here and I can click run with options, and this kind of gives me a couple of different ways of overruling the specified test settings and configuration. Well, not the configuration, but definitely the test settings and the builds that have been outlined in the test plan. So I can select the build up here, or I can come down here and I can select different test settings or a different environment. You can also do this for your test suites. So I mean, if I wanted to run both these tests in the same test run, which I shouldn't because different configurations, but if I wanted to, I could run the test suite as well with the default options, or with the different options that I can change. I can also filter up here so that I'm only seeing the tests that are associated with me, and you can also filter for configurations also.